We should be live if you guys can check it and let me know how we sound and all the fun stuff.
I got into a car accident today.
Are you good?
Yeah,
Jeez.
it wasn't my fault. This old lady
Someone hit your truck?
ran into me. Yeah, and I've been waiting for this day for a while. I keep the tow hitch on my truck, keep it on there in case anybody ever like runs into me, and it happened today, and it completely messed her car up. My truck's fine. Didn't even get to the bed of my truck, but it messed up her front
Yeah, but
bad.
if you
So,
wouldn't have had that, then it would
oh,
have
I would
messed
have
your
been
truck.
cooked. Yeah, the back of my truck would have been absolutely flamed.
But yeah,
Yeah.
let me know how we sound and we can go from there. Oh, there it is. Let's go.
Let's
No, I'm not feeling.
go, Big Stig.
I'm not
I
necessarily
love it.
feeling the cam
I
or
am.
whatever.
What am I looking at? This is not the We Know Ball podcast. It was streaming like, what is this? Is this like Dungeons and Dragons? What is this?
What are you talking about?
I wanna share my
Dungeons
screen.
and Dragons.
I don't know what this is.
What do you mean?
Look at my stream.
Bro, what?
This is under the We Know Ball College Football podcast.
Um,
Wait,
wait, there's no, that can't be right because it says that's 17 minutes. And we haven't been streaming for anywhere. That's like a regular video or something.
Here we
what
go.
the hell?
I don't know.
Say,
That was weird.
on my screen, it's us. So
Yeah, so
I think it's just you.
if Adam's screen is good, then we're good.
We're good. We're good.
Some quality gameplay though.
Yeah, for real.
Alright, we are good to go. Stiggs, you weren't feeling it? Weren't feeling the cam?
No, I like the Big Stig cam.
No, let's get it going. I'm still getting my shit together here.
You're good.
There we go. I love it. I need it. I'm so hyped for this. National
Why is it my cam looks
championship.
weird? Does it look good? Does it look okay?
Yeah,
I
it's a
can't-
little
I
dark,
can't see
but it's
myself.
good. It's good.
Can't
No,
see.
you're good.
Oh yeah,
Can
turn my
y'all
light
believe
off.
we are going on like 16 or 17 weeks straight now?
Yeah, we missed one. That was it for the whole year. I think
Yeah.
next week will be our last episode of the season.
Let's get it.
Post game recap. You guys ready?
Mhm.
All right. Welcome everybody into the We Know Ball College Football Podcast. I'm your host Paul, as always joined by my fabulous co-host. I got Bryce.
That's me.
Ooh, yeah, I like that. Yeah, big
I hit the
Stiggs.
guns.
Ooh, and
Mm.
Adam.
Yo.
So we're gonna keep a short and sweet episode. This is the Adam episode because we're using his trademark line for this. Next week is gonna be our last episode of the year, so we're gonna make it special. But to start off here, we got a little bit of post game from the other college football playoff semifinal games. Let's go ahead and start out with Miami defeating Ole Miss in what was a classic. Bryce, you want to take us away with this one?
Yes, I will. This game was back and forth. I'm just gonna start in the fourth quarter because that's whenever things got really spicy. I did not think Miami was gonna win this game. I picked them to win, and in the fourth quarter, I was like, I was really thought Miami was gonna lose, and they somehow found a way. Carson Beck at the end of the game, found a little hole and walked it into the end zone, and I was thrilled. I was happy. I did not want to see Ole Miss make the national championship. That would have bothered me. I don't know what about it, but that would have truly upset me. But
He says I don't
Miami-
know why, but I couldn't stand
yeah,
it.
for real. This game was super exciting to watch. And I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, I actually thought the last drive, I thought Miami kind of had their way with them on offense. They kind of did
Yeah.
whatever they wanted to. It was just the inevitable, and it was actually executed perfectly by Mario Cristobal and the offense, which is not something you're used to hearing, Stiggs.
Yeah, I was really shocked how the game plan transpired. The first two games, they were kind of protecting Carson Beck, running the ball, winning with defense, winning with the run game. Carson Beck getting into the playmakers. Not this game. Carson Beck threw for like 268. He
Mhm.
threw just as many times as Chambliss did. He looked pretty dang good doing it. He did throw the pick, but his legs has been a real change of pace. We didn't really see him use his legs much at Georgia, and he's, Bryce said, game-winning touchdown with his legs. Let's
Yeah.
go. Happy for Carson Beck. I don't know about the championship game, but
Hello.
I don't know how they match up
Oh,
per
yeah.
se.
Right. Yeah. It's.
So
We'll get into that in a little bit. As always,
Mhm.
but yeah, I thought exactly too. Beck was pretty solid in this game. But Chambliss was really good as well. Adam, what do you gotta say?
Yeah, like you said earlier, Paul, absolute cinema. This game was. I think an underrated part of this game was the injury to Keywan Lacey. I know he came back, but he didn't really do much outside that 73-yard run that he had because of the injury. So I feel like maybe if he doesn't get hurt early in the game, maybe that plays a factor into it. Who knows? But also wanted to shout out Malachi Tony. He had almost one of the most insane catches I've ever seen, but it got overturned. He also had a huge touchdown in this one, but see if Miami's ready for Indiana on Monday.
Yeah, and speaking of Indiana, we'll go
They're
ahead and
not.
hop on over to that game. Stiggs, do you want to take this one away here, the Oregon Indiana game?
Well, I could, but the thing is, I only watched the first half. So after the first half, I was done. There was a deja vu, different shade of red. That's all it really was a different shade of red, different bowl game, different humiliation, same coach. You know, that's a common denominator there. But yeah, definitely upset about how that went. Just absolutely dominated. First play was a pick six. I mean, that kind of set the tone for how the game was going to go.
Yeah,
They did
that
respond.
that was crazy.
They did respond with a decent drive. Came back down, had like a 12, 13 play drive, scored one of their best drives of the whole playoff. But man, Dante Moore not ready for the big moment. Dan Lanning not ready for the big moment. The Oregon defense not ready for the big moment. Very familiar territory for me. It was unfortunate to see, but yeah, it was absolute bludgeoning. Signetti's got these 23-year-olds humming.
Yeah, he does. I kind of wanted to get into maybe not exactly that, but like what you said in the chat the other day about like you didn't like with Dante and everything. Um, I thought he was pretty solid all year, except for really mostly in this game. And I'm seeing some Oregon fans kind of starting to turn on Lanning a little bit. I kind of wanted your opinion on it.
Yeah, I've always kind of been, more down on Dan Lanning than most people, just because consistently, like he loses a lot of the big games, but you take a look at it, he has lost to Georgia. He's five of his losses are to national champions,
Hmm.
eventual national champions. I think he only has eight losses, if I'm mistaken, at Oregon. I want to say he's like 48-8 or
Yeah.
something to that nature, but he's lost a lot of the bigger games, and that's my big thing here. And same with Dante. Both Indiana games didn't look very well. What's up, Cat?
Yeah.
Sorry, so I had to shout him out. But no, he just it's a thing that I don't think can necessarily be fixed. Like it's a mental thing. Like there's open receivers. There was open
Yeah.
receivers in the Texas Tech game, and he didn't hit them, and he took some sacks, and it didn't get brought to light because we won and then shut it out. You know what I mean? And he kind
Yeah.
of has done that. Against Rutgers and these lower tier teams, he looks elite, but against the top tier teams, he looks like a deer in the headlights. He takes sacks, and yeah, I'm hoping maybe a year off season could get him right, but I'm not too hopeful.
So
Dan's
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
no Dan's all right. Like I do think he'll have to get a national title here soon, but just with how much Oregon spends, definitely up there, and like we
How
we
soon?
spend probably in the next like 4 years.
I think
That's
that
fair.
I seem to be on the more glass half full approach on it. My buddy Ryan, I don't know if you guys remember him being in the chat a while ago. I've
Yep.
been friends with him like over 10 years, and he lives in Bend. He's like a huge Oregon fan, so I always talk to you, Stiggs, and I always talk to him when Oregon's going on. And he's somebody who even like a couple years ago, he likes Cristobal more than Lanning. I don't know, which is a kind of unique
He was
take on it.
vindicated.
And I asked him while watching the game, and he said he would rather take the big wins with the losses to teams you shouldn't with Cristobal in an expanded playoff now. He said he's tired of it's not losing the big games it's how the games are going that he has like a problem like he's like he
Yeah,
told me it's not losing on the final drive, it's not like that. He's like, I'm just tired of coming out looking flat. And he's like, I'll take the Stanford loss if we get in and play better in the playoffs from it or something like that if it came to that.
yeah. I mean, I kind of see his sentiment there, but it's just
I like
I don't know,
Lanning a lot
man.
personally. I do
It's
like Lanning a lot personally.
man, I like. I mean, it's just we heard all off season like, oh man, that Ohio State. Like even Dan said, he's like, oh, I went to bed, thinking about that loss some nights, and you thought the team was going to learn from it, and when they come out and do the same exact thing, well, and guess what, Dan, you got another loss to think about before bed this off season. Like, where are you going to get them right? We're losing both of our coordinators, so it's going to be a newer look defense and offense, even though we are retaining from the
Yeah.
same staff.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I thought the comment you made on the show probably about 8 to 10 weeks ago was hilarious, where you were like, I'm tired of needing like need the loss for the motivation. I think you were saying you were like, I just want them to be motivated already. Like you don't need to have the
Yeah.
loss to get motivated. Like
Yeah, like why do we have to get blown out like why did that have to happen? Like why couldn't we just be ready for it?
yeah, I didn't want to harp on it too much. I just liked hearing your opinion on it. Hearing the sides of it. Brace and Adam, you guys got anything to add to this game? I mean, there was a lot going on here. I thought Mendoza
After
looked
the,
pretty good.
He did. And after the first play of the game, I'm not saying the game was over, but it felt over after the first play of the
It
game.
was over.
Like,
I
that
knew
was
deep down in my
honestly,
heart.
I have never, I'm not saying I've never felt that, but the feeling I got after the first play of that game was like, whoa, we were not ready. I don't think anybody was ready for what Indiana was
And
about to do.
also one thing I want to say, it's always really funny that every time Oregon plays like a big game like this, or like last year, like I'll have people I haven't heard from in like 5-6 years, like, damn man, Ducks didn't look too good. I'm like, and I'm just like, yeah, like
yeah, thanks, man.
appreciate the.
the.
Yeah, one of my
You know what
buddies was like, he sent me a video like it was 35-7. He's like, damn man, looking rough. Like, yup, appreciate the shout out, man. Like, what am I supposed to say to
Where
this?
were you last week, man? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, didn't send me anything. Like, damn, Ducks look good. Like, no, nothing.
man,
Yeah,
that's
it's
the worst part
hilarious.
about losing, man. People come out of the
think that
woodworks.
is-
And,
Do you think it's, I don't want to say poetic justice, but Indiana running up the score in Oregon the way Oregon scored a last-second touchdown on Texas Tech, do you guys think that was valid?
I don't think it matters. I don't think it is. Those even correlate personally. I think Indiana's done that all year to every team.
You
That
think
they
Indiana's
can.
Yeah.
that dominant?
They've been
No, I
doing-
mean, they
just run up the score. They
in the
don't slow
whole
down.
game, yeah.
Yeah, they just do
Yeah.
it to everybody. But I'll talk about Indiana a little bit here more as we get down to the latter part of the show. Adam, did you have anything you wanted to add from this game?
Yeah, I'm tired of doubting Indiana at this point. Like, every time I do, they just prove me wrong with authority every single time. It's just, I feel like they play perfect. It's so weird, like, they never make a mistake, ever, and if, like, they force one against you, you're done. Like, it's actually, like, insane how dominant this team is. And, they're
Yeah.
not, like, this is not a dig at Ohio State in any way. I'm saying they're not Ohio State. They don't have guys that are 5-star here, everywhere. They don't even have a single 5-star on this team, according to Talent Composite. Yet they play such at a dominant level. It's utterly insane to me.
They're coached so well.
Yeah.
So well.
And they're 24.
Yeah. I was
That-
gonna bring
yeah.
that. I was
That
gonna
also
bring that up,
helps.
when we were getting into the preview, but I mean we can do it now. I understand that take because they are a lot older. My only gripe with that take is why are we just now hearing it 2 weeks left in the season when they've been 23 and 24 the whole year
Because everyone's trying to find a reason why.
to take it away
Everyone's
from them or something like.
And what did I say last week about the cheating rumor that I heard? And I
That's
swear, all I saw
Adam
on
texted me
Twitter
believing
last
it,
week.
bro. He was like, bro,
Hey.
I swear.
Yeah, and then
Never wrong, just early.
I'm seeing one of the tweets that I retweeted that I thought was hilarious, where it was like the first play of the game when they played Old Dominion, which Old Dominion played them tough, by the
Yeah,
way.
they did.
The quarterback had like a 70-yard touchdown run, and some Old Dominion fan quote tweeted it like, "When Indiana doesn't know your first play because they can't hack whatever technology Old Dominion's
Yeah.
using in the Sun Belt."
I saw that.
I was
Indiana
geeking,
ends up-
bro.
If Indiana ends up cheating, I got about 5 games worth of wins I need back that were losses in the last 5 years.
Yeah, I got 2 losses I need back
Yeah, that's what I
ASAP
need.
right now. We got to go back and play those
That's what I mean.
games.
Run
Y'all-
'em back. Run 'em back.
Y'all want to know what's
to
funny
Natty.
about that game? The funny thing about that Old Dominion game y'all are talking about was that play happened the very first play of the game. The very
Yeah.
first play of the Indiana football season was a 70-yard touchdown run against them. And I
Yeah.
bet Indiana fans were like, what is going on? We've regressed. They were probably stressing, and they turned around to do what they've done. It's been kind of crazy.
For that, at least I'll give Dave credit here because the preseason rankings, these guys finished like 10th in the country last year, and Dave was like one of the few people who were like, this team improved. They didn't back up, and they started ranked like 23rd or something like that. Like I remember you being high on their roster early, Dave.
Yeah, it was mainly because of Mendoza. It
Yeah.
was mainly because of Mendoza. I did
I was-
believe in him, but like it
I was
wasn't. I
thinking about
definitely didn't think he was gonna like win the Heisman, but I definitely like saw a world where I was like, Curtis Rourke played good with like a torn ACL.
Yeah.
So I was like,
That
you know
dude
what,
could
like.
not throw past 10 yards on the
Yeah.
outside hashes at all, bro. He was.
And the thing is, if it was like a smoke and mirrors offense, like Oregon's Chip Kelly offense was back in the day, then I believe like, okay, the bottom's going to fall out soon. But it's like, it's just a very basic, but like executed at a high level, RPO inside zone game. And they execute it. Like those back shoulder throws are impossible to defend when you got that timing.
Bro, they're such a frustrating team to play against. I felt like that. It's like what was bothering me watching the game against them is like I feel like the play calls were right for the defense, but then they're having receivers making contested catches because Mendoza's putting it in a perfect spot where only he can reach outside to grab it, and they win a lot of those 50-50 balls, or you know what I mean. Their O line is really really good. Like that's the most frustrating part about Indiana. Oh, we made the right play call. We got Mendoza in the backfield, and he scrambles and gets 7 yards out of it. Like, damn. Like this team is just. They're hard to put away, and they just are, if you're not ready for them, it's gonna be like what happened to Alabama in the Rose Bowl too. Like it's just, we'll see ya. But with that,
We lost by less.
That's true. You guys scored more. Yeah.
Let's go.
Speaking of the national championship, I think Stiggs has prepared a couple trivia questions for us, and they're based around the national championship.
I have. Do any of you gentlemen know the first team to win the BCS national championship in 1999?
Florida State.
No, that was their opponent. Who did they play?
Was it? It wasn't Oklahoma, was it?
Was it? No, that was the year after.
I think it's Nebraska.
It is not.
Hold on.
Is it Miami?
Oh, shit.
It's not Miami.
Miami was
Is it
in that
Florida?
era. No, that's before Florida, isn't it? Or is that Spurs?
It's a fellow SEC opponent.
SEC late 90s.
Wow.
That was really good. It's not LSU, is it?
Oh, is it Tennessee?
Tennessee.
It's
Yeah,
Tennessee.
it's Peyton Manning. What are we doing? My bad.
Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
All right. Now, who won the last BCS championship game in 2014?
Florida State.
Florida State.
Florida State.
Yes, they beat Auburn 34-31. I knew the first one was gonna be a good one. I'm some dude. Fakes almost pulled it though. He does that sometimes.
He
He
Should have got that
Um,
earlier. That's a good question.
last true freshman quarterback to win a national championship in the BCS CFP era.
True fresh.
is it
True freshman.
Florida State
So
quarterback.
did he start?
Yes.
Okay.
It's I can't. Jameis Winston.
Damn, there he got it.
Dang.
2013.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Shout out Jameis, man.
Yeah.
Hey, he was a baller at Florida State.
He
I mean,
was. He went out
that's like
sad, but
Oregon.
that's all right.
about to say that's probably Oregon's biggest
Just
win.
don't ask him what he was doing in a Publix
Yeah, literally.
that one night. Just
Yeah.
don't do it.
Who, what national championship game was the first to go to overtime?
Georgia, Bama.
No.
It wasn't.
That was my initial guess.
Oh wait,
Um,
Clemson and
Miami-
Alabama. Clemson and Alabama, right? Oh wait.
I'm-
Why am I thinking only? It can only be in this era.
Miami,
It's
Ohio
Miami,
State.
Ohio State. It's
Yep.
02.
Yep,
02. Why was I thinking it was
you-
like straight?
You were gonna get there. You were gonna get there.
Yeah. It shouldn't have
And-
went to overtime.
Who
No.
was the last national champion to win despite starting the season unranked? This is my last one.
Ooh. So this doesn't have to only be BCS or.
Dang, this is a good.
It's
Wow.
not, I would consider it the modern era though
Okay.
of
That's
college
fair.
football. It's within the last 25 years.
Okay.
Was
let's
it
see.
Auburn in 2010?
It was
Let's go, Bryce.
Hell
the
yeah.
encyclopedia over here.
Oh, literally.
I just had to relive,
Another
I had to relive a quick pain
Bro.
moment.
Give me from 2010, 2011 to the present. I'm locked.
Bryce is still
Dialed.
stuck in 2011 though. Sometimes
I am. I really
It's
am.
like-
I've never left. I'm so serious. Y'all laughing like in my mind. I walked into the college football world and I had the best team in the country and I've never left it since.
Des Bryant plays on Saturday, bud.
Yeah, that's true. He'll be there.
For real.
Oh, hold on, my camera froze. Give me 1 second. I'm not smiling that much. All right, camera's back. So, with that, we can kind of talk a little bit about before we get into the national championship, just very briefly, transfer portal news.
God damn it.
I hate it so much.
I don't.
No, I'm not even. I've accepted the transfer portal. You guys didn't get mini Mahomes.
Well, you said by week 4 you'll be. You'll be ready.
Yeah, it's like mental midget Dante or poser. Like I don't know which quarterback I want.
And Tim just had to get me about. We finally got a great kicker in the portal, and he's just like, can't wait to see his downfall. Like, dude, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
He could be a good kicker though. I think what he said 3 for 4 for plus 50. You take that.
And he was 37 and 37 on extra points. So, I mean, that's about what the rest of them did. But I'm more worried about the field goals. I'm sure Bryce loves the transfer portal right now. We were talking about it yesterday. Bryce, Oklahoma State, Mean Green next year. Ceiling, basement. Way too early prediction.
So I think the floor is gonna be 7 wins. I think we're gonna have a winning season. The ceiling, like I said, is the Natty.
This
That's the
guy.
ceiling. What do you mean? That's the ceiling right there. We're probably realistically, like we're probably gonna get shot down before we touch the ceiling. So
Realistic ceiling.
I'd say
Oregon with 2, bud.
I know I mean, I'm thinking we have at least maybe 2 losses, but that doesn't negate a Big 12 championship win possibility, a playoff win
Well,
possibility.
you're talking a
So we can
huge
still-
turnaround. Huge. Like, not like 2 wins
Oh, it's
to
gonna
like
be massive.
5. Like, you're talking
Guys, there's gonna be some big change. We have a whole new team.
who
Like
okay, but
The
with that,
AutoZone
what's
Bowl
the
is
sch-
calling.
what's the
Will you
schedule?
answer?
I think at minimum's gonna be 7 wins, and we'll maybe with a bowl win or something, we'll finish with 10.
Wow.
That's like probably the true ceiling.
Wow.
Ceiling is Pop-Tart Bowl.
That's
It's
how
a valid
teams-
bowl too. That's a valid.
Yeah, exactly. Tell Notre Dame that.
No.
That is a valid bowl, isn't it, Stiggs? We've been about this. More than once. Adam, what about your team with the transfer portal?
It's been a decent haul, I would say. They're relying on a lot of FCS and even some Division II guys. I mean, we've had success with that. Even just as recently as last year, Jake Gaulday, he was from Arkansas, Central Arkansas, I think, what it was. Now he's going to be an NFL draft pick. Which, I like it, but at the same time, I wish we had an opportunity to land some of these big guys in the portal. But overall, my floor and ceiling, if I had to guess it right now, I'm going to be dead honest. The floor is 2-10. And they have real potential to be really bad next year.
That's
Okay.
In my opinion.
That's going through the floor.
Oh no, that's perfectly reasonable. Just because you got to think about it though, you lost your best player on defense. I guess best two if you want to count Gaulday and Corleone. You lose your best two players on offense, which is Royer and Sorsby. And
Fryer.
I said this last week.
Yeah, they lost Fryer too. Forgot about that.
Yeah, now granted, some of the receivers we got in is I'm kind of high on Giovanni Gibson from Oklahoma. I think he can be a nice addition for us. The one guy I am most excited for, just because he's a Cincinnati guy, is running back Jabrian Payne. He went to LaSalle and was at Notre Dame.
Go Lancers. Shout out Trev.
Yep.
Shout out Trevor. I mean, when you have
State champion Trevor. He is.
when you have Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price on the team, you're not gonna play that much. So I'm hoping he can bring some excitement. But I am not high. I already said this last week. I'm not high on J.C. French to fourth at all.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple
Stiggs is
highlights.
higher than you.
It's just, I don't know.
JC.
He's got to prove it to me. But
JC. I like that.
I'll say the ceiling.
Yeah.
I'm already doing that in the student section, bro. I'll be there.
JC. Hold on, Adam.
I think
who's your
the,
non-com next year?
So we open up the year at home against Boston College.
They were pretty
There's
bad
potential to
this
get that
year, too.
game right there. Yeah. I think we play.
Boston College is not a gimme, buddy.
No.
I didn't say it was. Especially with this team. Our FCS, I think, is Western Carolina this year. I mean,
I went to the
You
worst
saw-
college football team
Daunting.
I've seen in my life.
yeah. Hopefully it's a little bit better than that. It probably won't be, but and then we got Miami, Ohio. They were scared to
At
play us this
Paycor.
year, so we're playing them at Paycor. So I mean, we could start out 3-0. The talent level compared to the rest of the Big 12, I think, is significantly worse.
So,
In my
are you leaning more toward SAT is going to get you 5 wins in the first 7 weeks like usual, or are you leaning more towards I'm going to be taking videos at the Boston College game and be like, "Yo, Bearcats aren't looking too hot," and sending it to you?
Honestly, probably towards the second one. I mean,
I'm just kidding. But yeah, go ahead.
in my honest opinion, obviously I'm never gonna root for my team to be terrible, but if we are bad, he can
Fan, if you
get
do.
clean staff, get him out. I'm just right now. You guys all know I'm very about this. The state of the university's athletics, besides baseball, it's just it's bad. It is. I don't think it's been this bad since I became a huge fan. It's at literally the rock bottom. The basketball team is awful. This team, I mean, you have the talent and you collapse 2 years in a row. The football team's not in a good state either. It's just a mess. So honestly, I just want a clean slate with everything and get it rolling the way it should be. Because you can win at this university. We have been to a college football playoff. I'm not saying that should be an expectation every year, but I have higher expectations for this program. I want to be competing for conference championships every year. I want the opportunities to make the playoffs every year. I don't settle for 7 wins. That's not successful for me, especially in the way you got there. That's the bigger thing. The way of getting to 7 wins. Oh, you got there in week 8, then you didn't win again. It's just aggravating.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Stiggs, what is your floor and ceiling next year for the Oregon Ducks?
Let's see. With everybody we're retaining, floor has got to be playoff. If we don't make the playoffs, I'd probably be pretty upset. The schedule is kind of tougher next year. It's Oklahoma State, Boise State, Portland State for the non-con.
Yeah.
A lot of states. I think we play Michigan. I think we play Ohio State.
I'm trying to go
Illinois,
with you
Michigan.
It's here.
Yeah, he's coming to Stillwater too. It's crazy.
Damn, we got travel plans next year, boys.
You do.
Or
Boone
at
T.
least Columbus
Pickens.
isn't too far, right?
Boone T. Pickens is calling, and I'm answering the call.
Yes, he is. This is literally a once in a lifetime opportunity.
But yeah, we have a lot coming back. But I did want to touch on we losing a lot in the transfer portal. Typically, you see Oregon retaining guys that they want to retain, and they retain their whole defensive line. We're bringing back Dante, all that good stuff, but at the cost of our depth. We have lost 6 defensive linemen. Both of our ends that were kind of the first 2 ends that rotated in, Blake Purchase and I can't think of his name, Ashton Porter, who had a sack on Mendoza last week. They both entered the portal, and then pretty much the first 4 interior defensive lineman guys off the bench after Bear and Amari Washington, they all entered the transfer portal. One of our wide receivers that stepped up this year, former 4-star, going to Cal. A lot of them are going to Cal. I'll probably envision 1 or 2 maybe going to UK with Will Stein. To Bryce's point, I remember when he was saying about giving Lane Kiffin grace for leaving. Maybe I kind of see why now, because I think these guys probably had some conversations before a game was even played, like, hey, hit the portal after this. I can get you some guaranteed playing time next year. But neither here nor there.
Yeah, I mean, I think ceiling for Oregon, especially the state of the program, is definitely, winning a natty.
Yeah,
It's gotta be there.
I forgot to say that. Yeah, ceiling is definitely natty, but it's hard to say that coming off last Friday's game.
Yeah, definitely.
I meant to ask you, what do you think of Notre Dame picking up your guys 2 big receiver transfers? You think they'll put up numbers for them early, or you think they kind of still need some time?
No, I think they'll put up numbers early. I'm not one of those bitter transfer portal guys. Oh, they wasn't going to play here, so hope for the best, though. No, these are 2 guys I wanted to retain pretty bad. I liked Milan and Quincy a lot, especially Milan. I thought he was going to be taking a lot of strides this year and playing. He looked really good early on. He played good in the spring game. It's not as much I'm worried about our receiving core as it is much that I think they will still go balling out. And but yeah, I think that they'll make an immediate impact. I think they're both really good and really solid guys who I didn't want to see leave.
What kind of receiver was Quincy? I didn't really.
He's big. He's
a big body
big.
guy?
Yeah,
Okay.
He's a 5-star guy. He was big. That's what a lot of people were kind of envisioning next year with him, with Jeremiah, CHJ, and Quincy. Like they would all be 6'4" and plus. But with him leaving now,
That's nice.
yeah. So
I guess I kind of see why he left, because there's only so many. You can't just throw out 3 6'4" wide receivers, and I'm sure
Yeah.
the first 2 is going to be Jeremiah and Chris Henry next year.
Yeah, which I think that, like you said, I think that conversation was had for CHJ to commit and sign. Is you're
Right,
gonna
right,
play
right.
next year. So I might shock you guys. I think that our floor next year for my team is 8-4. It hasn't happened since 2011, but some of the games worried me. Like the last 2 losses we had. Granted, it's the teams in the Natty, but the way that we lost was not ideal. And then you look at our schedule next year. We go to Texas. We go to Indiana. We got Oregon. We got Michigan.
Dang.
We go to USC. We go to Iowa next year. We got
Damn.
we got Nebraska, whatever, we got Northwestern, whatever, and we got Illinois again. So it's not really a pushover
That's a
schedule.
ruler. That's a gauntlet. SEC can't say shit to you.
So that's why I think the floor is what it is. The ceiling,
Ceiling still being natty.
yeah, I think it has to be good for Day since he got one. So I think that his expectation should always be that, realistically. But yeah,
Fair.
but the schedule next year, not 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 as nice as the one this year.
What can you tell me anything about Aaron Scott? Apparently he's scheduled to visit Oregon.
Yeah,
I saw some report.
So basically, Aaron Scott coming out of coming out of high school was really highly rated corner. But what ended up happening is he did get some playing time, and he was really young. He was a freshman last year. Ultimately, the extra guy slot went to Devin Sanchez over him. Sanchez has a little bit more size than him. Scott he's more
He played all
bulky.
year too. I remember seeing Sanchez. He had a good year.
Yeah, he definitely has a lot to work on, but overall he made some good plays, especially even in the playoff game he did. But Scott was a little bit smaller, and they were still playing Lorenzo Styles, who's the same build as him, and he's got 4 years college experience already. So I think Scott was just like, I'm not wasting any more time, and I'm gonna head out. They already decided to go roll with Sanchez. So Scott, though, overall when he was in and his high school tape, I got no complaints from it.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how it pans out because I would say it's probably one of Oregon's deepest positions is secondary.
Yeah,
So,
I wouldn't say he's
interesting
elite for
move.
you guys by any means.
Yeah, it's an interesting move on his part if he's looking for playing time because it seems like it'd be a pretty tough battle.
Now, Kentucky though, I'm just gonna Stiggs. You know how I felt about certain injured transfer that ended up at Kentucky, which a lot of their fans are hyping up pretty hard. So, we'll leave it
Yeah,
at
they don't
that.
know what they're getting themselves
No,
into.
They don't. They don't. But that's okay. And with the last couple minutes here, we are going to go over the last game for the college football season. I can't believe we're
Damn.
already here to say that. My camera's freezing so much, it can't take Stiggs on my screen. It can't pick it up. I feel the same way inside.
Yo,
But
pause.
we got Indiana at Miami, essentially. There's the national championships in Miami. Right now, I got Indiana's line sitting at 8.5 as favorites right now for the championship game Monday night, which is a big spread. So we'll start off and go around here, make our final game picks for the year. Adam, why don't you start us off?
Yeah, I'm keeping this one short and sweet. I'm never downing Indiana. I'm not doing it this time. Give me them. I don't. Yeah, you know what? And they'll cover too. I mean, Miami, they are prone to making mistakes. They're gonna make one, and it, like I said earlier, you can't do it against Indiana because they will kill you, and I think they do.
All right. Bryce?
Taking Indiana by 15. I don't think Miami's going to be able to keep up with them, to be completely honest. Like, I think the two games that Indiana could have lost, Penn State and Ohio State. The Penn State one I truly think was kind of like a fluky game. The Ohio State one defensively was what really slowed them down and kept them out of it. But I don't think Miami's going to be able to do what Ohio State did to them. Also, with how Miami's been so dialed into the playoffs, I don't know if y'all know this, but Mendoza has more touchdowns completed than incomplete passes.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't see a world where
Baller.
I just don't see it for Miami.
Yeah. I think we need to really start thinking about that worst Heisman ever quote and watch the games. Because
Sure.
he's been.
And I
very
want to
good.
add something. The if Indiana does win this game, doesn't even matter by how much. Even if they win by 1 point, if they win this game, Indiana, if they are not one of the greatest college football teams ever, I don't even think they're top 3. I think they are 2, like minimum top 2 guaranteed. 16-0. They have one of the greatest runs in college football history. Their resume is going to be absolutely insane. Their points per game, their defensive points per game. I mean, they have literally every. I don't know what you could do to make this team better at this point. Like, what could you give them? What could change? What do they not have that another team had? Like, this Indiana team might actually be the greatest college football team of all time.
Well, I mean, I understand the reasoning for it, Bryce. Realistically, I'm not just going to be one of those instant knockdown, oh, no way, because once you actually start diving into it, like you said, it's like,
Yeah.
and you really think about it, you're like, no team had the opportunity to go what they're doing, but also, like, the run they're on. I mean, think about just their last, 3 games.
Yeah.
They,
I mean, Ohio State. They played Ohio State, Alabama, and Oregon, and they escaped the Ohio State game, but they completely destroyed the other two. Like, these are all top 10 teams, by the way. It's actually crazy.
yeah, and I think if it was a different program, they would get more hype as one of the best teams
Oh,
ever,
yeah.
right? You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
and a team to be this good without any 5 stars. I mean, you just got to think they're probably cheating.
Yeah, that's the other thing, too. They don't have a single 5-star player on their team.
Signetti's done an awesome job with them. It's unreal. Like, the discipline on that team is crazy. For me, I'm also going to pick Indiana. This is the We Beat Ohio State Bowl. I hate that so much. It makes me hang my head and cry. But I think Indiana's just a little bit better. Miami, though, every time that they keep getting counted out too, though, they end up bouncing back and showing why they deserve to be here and why, they don't need to be written off for 1 loss or even 2 during the year. What their true identity was has shown, and it's them being a really good team. Ultimately, though, I think Indiana's playing really, really good football right now. I don't think they cover, but I do think they win. If they covered, though, I wouldn't be that surprised either. But I think the Big Ten brings its 3rd national championship in a row to 3 different teams back home. Stiggs.
This is the beat Oregon or coached left Oregon and won a natty before the coach that everyone thinks is better, yeah, whatever bowl. It hurts. It hurts to see too, because former Oregon coach and then the team that just dog walked you. This was a tough one because I try to see, like, I see this game going 2 ways. Like, Indiana does what Indiana does, or Miami's able to match their physicality and it's a close game, kind of a lower scoring, kind of more like Ohio State versus Indiana game, like 17-14 kind of style. I'm going to U. I'll pick the U. Give me the Canes. I respect Kurt. It's hard to like him just because, but he's turned me into a hater now after he's just embarrassed the program of Oregon. And now I'm a hater. I can't pick him. So give me the U.
So you're
Dave's crystal balling right now.
Yeah, I was going to say he's crystal balling.
Yeah.
I never hated Mario for leaving. The real ones know that, like, he left for his alma mater and his mother was, like, really sick at the time. And I'm pretty sure his mother has since passed. I don't know that for a fact, but his mother was sick and he went to Miami and Miami was in desperate need. So, like, I see why he left at the end of the day. It just was bad timing. It was right before, I think it was a Pac-12 championship game, maybe, that was decided. And I think he maybe still coached it, or, it wasn't officially announced, but it was rumors, and then he coached and left right after, but whatever. Yeah. I still like Mario, and I still like low-key. I kind of, I don't root for Miami, but, like, it's good for them it's good for college football for them to be good. Same with Michigan, same with USC.
Oklahoma State.
I got to draw the line at the first one. But
schools like that, like Tennessee, like Florida, it's always better when those schools are good, big brands.
Big brands, yeah.
But
I want to see Michael Irvin on all fours.
I don't need to see that belt.
Honestly, I want to see it low key. I'm right. I want to see it.
All right, I got to take here. You guys might say I'm just being bitter, and that's okay. Since when is barely winning a game belt to ass? Like, I thought belt to ass meant you went in there and steamrolled somebody.
Bro, that's what Indiana's been doing.
I'm not talking about Indiana. I'm talking about Michael Irvin pulling the belt out.
I
BTA,
know.
bro.
Why don't we see Mark Cuban do that? Because that's really what should have happened.
Yeah. So, Stig, you were high on Miami to start the year, as well. I
Mhm.
remember earlier in the
Yeah.
year you were pretty high on them.
Some people on this podcast do know ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No
Well,
no shots at anybody in particular, but you know.
earlier this year, I was thinking, or earlier today, I just got to thinking, it is an absolutely insane pool that you're like, you know what? My dark horse Heisman gonna be Fernando Mendoza. Like,
And it
who
hit.
pulls
It
that?
had hit.
That's
If you would
crazy.
have bet that though,
If you would have made a lot of money if you would have bet that. You should have bet
they
it.
would have been. You would have had cops at your door, FBI. Like,
Holy
what
cow.
insider info you
This
have on
time-
the
Okay,
time
yeah,
FanDuel?
traveler.
I'm glad you guys brought this back up because funny thing I heard on a podcast. One of the podcasts I listened to, I forget who it was, but they have a deal with one of the sports books, and he said he reached out to the sports book and was like, "Hey, if this game would have happened week 1, neutral site, what would the line have been? Can you guys guess what the spread would have
For
been for that
Miami,
game?"
Indiana?
Yeah, and remember, this is pre what Indiana is, and Miami had all the hype. So
9.5 Miami.
I'd probably
It was-
say like 16.5.
it was 6.5 Miami.
Ooh. Now it's
And now
8.5
it is-
Indiana.
That's a 14-point swing
Yeah.
in one season, and in betting, that's massive.
Massive, yeah.
That's massive. That just shows what kind of a team they've really been all year. And yeah, some people, thought this might happen.
Yeah.
I didn't call them natty, obviously, but no. Mendoza Dark Horse Heisman is a crazy pool.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a take that lives on forever on this pod.
Yeah.
Like, that's never going away. Just like Bryce saying it's going to be a game in the fourth quarter week.
That's so different.
Hey, we have our highs, we
It'll
have our
Big game
lows.
this year.
I said Dark Horse Heisman and Indiana playoffs. I also said K-State, Iowa State, Big 12 favorites.
Yeah, we all made some hot takes and freezing takes. That was fun. That was probably one of my favorite things we did all year. Was going back
Yeah,
on
the-
that.
Yeah, that was good. Me saying I was going to pick Georgia Tech over Georgia, and then they lost. I forget they lost to like Pitt the week before, and I was like, well, I can't do it now.
Funny.
Oh man,
Bro, yeah, that was bad. I had some really bad ones too. I picked Clemson to win the Natty. They lost in the Lawnmower Bowl or something like that. Like, oh man,
they
lost to
played.
Penn State.
They played Penn State.
They lost to other natty contender, Penn State.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Beginning of the year, if you would have saw that, you're like, oh yeah, that's a semifinal game at least.
Bro,
That's
that
not
was
the-
a lot of people's national championship game was Clemson Penn State.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not the Meineke Car Care Bowl or whatever they played in.
yeah, that's. But I think with that, we just finished our penultimate episode for the year. Yeah, that's crazy. Big word being pulled out there. The camera can't stop freezing, but yeah. So, guys, national championship. We made our picks. Next week will be the big review show of the year. Get ready for next year. Is there anything else we want to add going into the national championship?
Carson Beck, national championship MVP, banging a bell of danger after. What a guy, what a guy.
Oh man.
So
All right, Indiana national champions Fernando Mendoza, epic simping crying interview after, where you really start to question how much of him is an NPC. The
rehearsed in the mirror 20 times before.
Yeah,
the
for real.
flippin' Hoosiers are doing it, baby. It's the flippin' Hoosiers.
Making sure he's like looking at the camera and not the interviewer. Like
yeah, and the
Yeah.
tears coming down. He's going to Disneyland.
that's why they're gonna lose, bro. He's going to Hollywood.
Yeah, and I actually like Mendoza. I think he.
I do
that's how he
too.
is.
He's just a cornball.
Yeah, he definitely is. But then you see the interviews with him, and they're like, "What songs do you listen to pregame?" Did you see that, Sticks?
No, what is it? What does
I
he
have-
listen to? Shania Twain.
No. I gotta find it and send it to you. It's like some like underground like hood like SoundCloud rap like. He's like, "That's what we play in the locker room." I'll have to find it. I
Legend.
can't remember who it is, but Bryce, you got anything to send us off with?
Go Pokes! We're about to see the greatest college football team of all time win a natty.
Whoa.
That'd be crazy.
Adam,
Go Cats.
which cats? And you were deep sighing when you said it.
Well, one of them.
Rule when Adam gets face cam, he's got to wear a visor. Episode 1.
I got you.
Let's go. I'd love to see it.
That would be awesome.
We all have to do something for our coach, so Paul has to get his nipple pierced.
Whoa. Is that,
I have to actually do cocaine like Dan Lanning before a game.
Can I at least just dye my beard instead of pierce my nipples?
No.
I can't do that. Like I can't dye a beard.
Well,
Come
what
on,
would
man.
you have to find something about your coach Bryce, but until then, you can just yell at some reporters in the meantime.
I'm a man. I'm
Alright,
40.
yeah.
You have to do Gundy. That should be what we do for episode 1 next year. We dress like our coaches with the cams
I'm
on.
so down.
Just get a
All right.
mullet. Boom, there you
Yeah,
Boom.
we need
made
to
it.
see the Paul nipple piercing next year. God, we got to. I can't wait. The faster we end this episode, the faster the next one starts.
I'm
Yeah.
literally gonna pay Nate to let me beat him up, and he'll dress like Lou Holtz. That's what I'm gonna
Oh,
go
shit.
for. Oh, Bryce is out of here. He's in 8s quick. All right.